Good Wednesday afternoon. I hope you are all prepared for the heat and humidity because it has already settled into place across the Carolinas. It is very beautiful outside, but it might not feel the most comfortable. The temperatures are currently in the mid 80s at the coast. It's a little warmer in Florence at 88. However, that 85 really feels like 97 when we account for the humidity. So technically it feels the worst in Myrtle Beach, and we do still have several hours of warming ahead of us. So the triple-digit heat is going to be around. We'll watch for a spotty shower or storm, but most of the time staying dry. And by the evening commute, 84 for the beach and 94 for inland.
Coverage you can count on at noon starts now.
Thank you for joining us for local coverage you can count on. I'm Adriana Cotero. Trish Munn is off today. First at noon, it's a big day for the Coastal Carolina baseball team. That's right, it's game day. In about 2 hours, the Chants will take the field in Omaha to play Louisville. The team has an opportunity to set more records today. Total wins in a season, 26 straight, would also be a school record. And most importantly, of course, bring them to the World Series finals. News 13's Chris Parks has been in Omaha since last week, and he will have a full live recap of the game tonight on News 13 at 6, so be sure to tune in. Well, it's been hot in the Cornhusker State, but so far there has been sunny skies and some storms. So let's bring in meteorologist Hannah Ronner with a look at the weather for this afternoon in Omaha. Hannah, tell us, how's it looking?
Well, Adriana, baseball fans need to be on the watch out for potentially a little bit of a rain delay. There is going to be some storms in southern parts of Nebraska, but as we go into the next couple of hours, this line is just going to be moving into right around game time, so that's why you're going to watch that closely. However, most of the rain's on the lighter side. Again, you're kind of just seeing that stormier weather down to the south. But as we go through the futurecast right in the middle of game time, those showers moving over Omaha and then continuing as they head to the east. But then it is going to clear out pretty fast, but still just those first couple of hours when the game is kicking off, you have to watch for those scattered showers. The temperatures, though, are much better. I would love to have the temperatures that are in Nebraska right now because they're currently in the mid and upper 70s, not feeling too bad. Also not overly windy. The winds are going to be out of the north around 8 to 10 miles per hour, but kind of just watching for the storms in the mid and late afternoon. And then things are going to be clearing by the evening time if they need to head to happy hour to celebrate a victory. Adrian. Thanks for staying with us. The time now is 12:16. We already know that it feels pretty unbearable outside. It is very, very warm, and the humidity is just making it feel that much worse. Currently in Florence, the dew point's around 71, heat index up to 93, humidity is around 57%. Lumberton, dew points in the 70s. Your heat index is 91 right now, and it's 97 in Myrtle Beach. And Myrtle Beach had the highest dew point, or rather heat index, yesterday as well. It was 104 at one point during the afternoon. So again, just kind of brace for that. Triple-digit heat will be around for several hours during the afternoon. We are going to watch for a small storm as well. Kind of like yesterday, it was just a little pop-up and most of us did stay dry. But if we look on our futurecast, you see your small little storm there. They're kind of moving out of the south, and it does look like they're pretty impactful for Williamsburg County, but they do seem to kind of fizzle as they head into Florence and Marion. So again, not really super impactful in terms of thunderstorm activity, which is somewhat good news. The rain definitely helps to cool the air, at least for a little bit, but not all of us are going to be that lucky. So heading to the beach or the pool, that'll be a great way to cool off for today. Once we get to the mid-afternoon, that will be the hottest point of the day. The beach will be around 90 and inland is going to be in the mid-90s. And again, that's not even what it feels like to our bodies. It'll feel like 100 to 102 and a few isolated cities up to 104 with that heat index. We'll stay mostly dry for tonight, and then by tomorrow afternoon, more showers and storms will be around. It does look a little bit more scattered compared to what's going to be around for today. That will continue from about 2 to 7 in the afternoon. Then everything will wind down as we go into the overnight, and we're going to have a similar trend around on Friday as a cold front is trying to move through. It is on the weaker side. It'll bring some minor impacts, but we will see temperatures dip a little bit as we go into the weekend, and also the dew points will come down slightly. So the front is going to push offshore early Saturday morning, and it does seem like it is going to keep us relatively dry for the upcoming weekend. We can see on our muggy meter those dew points in the 70s for the next couple of days, and then a little bit of the impact from the front where they do lower into the 60s. Again, that is still a noticeable level of humidity. It's not necessarily refreshing by any means, but it is a small little decrease. And thankfully, no tropical activity out in the Atlantic, but we do have a pretty monster system that is beginning to wrap up here in parts of the eastern Pacific. Eric is now a Category 1 hurricane, and it's not done strengthening just yet. We're only 24 hours away from landfall. landfall, and it's expected to be a major hurricane by the time it hits southern Mexico, bringing anywhere from a foot to 2 feet of rain and, of course, winds of 115 miles per hour. At the beaches for the Grand Strand, the winds are out of the southwest at 10 to 15. The water temperature is at 80 and the UV index is extreme at 11. Your 7-day forecast, temperatures will be somewhat near normal to slightly above average at 88 to 90. The first official day of summer will be Friday, and it's going to feel like it at 90 to 94.
Hannah, thank you.